Get down there, Diane.
I actually had a question for Osric.
Hey.
Currently, there is a poll, well, there was an article about they were thinking about remaking Enter the Dragon, the Bruce Lee biopic. And there was a poll with who would be the best actor for the job. And my dear Osric Chau, you are in the lead.
Oh my God, that's
awesome. 78%. So I was thinking, was that something you'd like to do?
You know, in 2012, actually, it was for this short film contest, like make a movie in a minute, and I had Bruce Lee long hair at the time, and so I made a Return of the Dragon in 60 seconds. And we did that over 2 days. We shot like on the Wall of China. It was pretty awesome. And that was the first time I saw a Bruce Lee movie, actually. It took me forever, you know, coming from a martial arts background. Bruce Lee was just one of those guys that I came in after, and you know, he just wasn't really on my radar. Obviously, I knew about him, but as I, you know, studied more martial arts and looked into like Jeet Kune Do and just the philosophies, like that's what I really got from him, not so much his movies. But yeah, and I think I'm pretty sure I creeped on that project already, as I do most things and most people in the fandom. Yeah, I would love to be like, yeah, the Bruce Lee in the biopic. That'd be awesome.
Hopefully we'll get to see you soon on the big screen.
Yeah, and thank you for voting for me. That really means a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I like that you were self-made keeper of the fandom.
Oh yeah, I'm everyone's biggest stalker. No joke, no joke. You ask anyone that knows me, like, yeah, he's been on your blog. Seriously.
No, seriously, just be careful.
Hey.
Hi, my question is for both of you. I wanted to know who is your favorite superhero and who is your favorite supervillain?
Well, favorite superhero, it was Goku in like growing up, definitely Goku. In the Marvel universe, it's the Hulk. Favorite villain, that's a tough one. I mean, I'll give you a type of villain. Like my favorite villains are always the ones, you know, they're not just evil, they're justified in their own means. It's kind of like the Watchmen, if you've seen that, you know. The bad guy is a bad guy, but it's not so much that he's a bad guy, it's just that he sees that the ends justifies the means and not so much, you know, the heroes. And so, if we look at it from this perspective, he is the bad guy. But if you just step back, way back, he's not really the bad guy.
Watchmen is one of my favorite comic books.
Yeah, so like anything that kind of gives you that that conflict of like I hate this guy, but he's kind of right. Those are my favorite type of villains. So I guess my favorite bad guy would be Crowley. Oh, really? Is he a bad guy though? Kind of, not really.
I guess my answer would be much more concise. I gotta say Batman and Joker. I don't know. Couldn't get much better for me than that.
Good movie. That's a really good movie.
The first one, or you talking about Tim Burton, or the more recent one?
Well, the most recent one.
The most recent one.
The most recent, the one that.
They're pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of the early Batman movies were not.
I remember vividly. You didn't respond to the first Batman, Tim Burton?
I never saw that one.
It's phenomenal. The other ones kind of went off the rails a little bit.
The only one I hear about all the time is the Clooney one and how he's trying to give everyone money.
Michael Keaton!
Actually, he was a good Batman.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
He's the best Batman.
Yeah!
But clearly Mark Shepard is the best villain ever, so.
Villain and hero.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
So my question is for Osric.
Just gotta go.
Sorry. So I'm a cellist. So when Kevin Tran was introduced practicing the cello, that was pretty cool for me. But I guess when he became a prophet, did he just kind of give that up, or did he pick up any other hobbies along the way?
Yeah, he picked up reading rocks. So yeah, I'll lay Gil a little bit on this. the opening scene, like how they introduced my character, was I'm playing like, this is the most stereotypical Asian character ever. So we like pan across these like honor student signs, and he's doing all these accolades, and he's playing the cello, while he's doing his homework at the same time. He's got like this calendar, super, it's like, boom, you gotta do the study day, boom, you gotta do this. And so I'm playing the cello, and this is the hardest scene I've ever had to do in my life, because I don't play cello. And because there's like a lot of close-up shots, I couldn't even pantomime it. They're real strings, it's a real bow, and I had a cello coach there. It's like, this is what it should look like. But when you're trying to just make it look like something, it sounds so bad. Especially when you're trying to play it with speed, because it's a pretty like up-tempo piece, and so I'm just like cringing every take we do. It's like, okay, action. And then it's like cut, and I just stop right away. I'm like, I'm sorry. We did like 10 takes of that. Just like different coverage. That was tough. And so maybe for that reason they didn't bring the cello back. It was a tough day. Yeah, that's awesome.
Hey.
I have a question for each of you. For Gil, Matt's doing his ice bucket challenge at 3:40 today, and I know you've been challenged. So
You heard I've been challenged?
I heard you have.
Yeah, I heard I've been challenged too, and I heard that Matt is doing that at 3:40 today, so. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing at 3:40, but
You're not doing anything.
You're not gonna do it?
You're not doing anything.
I might make it out there.
Well, you have no choice!
That would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Microphone and everything.
Oh, that would.
Looks like I electrocuted me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm
Yeah,
glad I did do
I
that.
might make it out there. I haven't talked to Matt, so but it sounds like a good time to do it. I've been avoiding doing it because we're having a drought in California, so that's my excuse so far.
We're in Vancouver. There's a lot of water here.
There's plenty of water here. Plenty of water. It's fine. Thank you.
Yeah. And for Osric,
Yeah.
I'm asking on behalf of a bunch of people. Yeah, cool shirt.
Thank you.
So what was your favorite part of GISHWHES?
Favorite part of GISHWHES? It's my team. It's this, and this is my quote that I submitted, and it's super cheesy, but I was talking to my group. So we have this group chat. It's like over 100,000 messages now. It's ridiculous. We were just talking about like how much GISHWHES has changed our lives, and like girls, like I saw this coming. I knew this was gonna happen. You're all gonna be best friends. And I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be super cheesy, but I knew I was gonna change 14 people's lives, but I ended up changing 15. I'm like, this is awesome. And so Sarah's actually on my team. Thank you, Sarah.
The girls say they love you, and they really like your jacket.
And I have to wear my team shirt that one of our members made. If you don't know what GISHWHES is,
I'm learning.
okay. I'm learning.
I tried to act like I knew what it was for a while, but I kept hearing about it on Twitter. So maybe next year.
I'll fill you in. Okay.
Hey.
Hi, my question's for Gil. I kind of got cut off yesterday as the last person, so it was a speed answer, but I'm going to try again. I'm not sure how much you know about the character of John Winchester, played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, but he's rough, tough, gruff, became a hunter, raised his sons as hunters, thinks he was abandoned by his father. If you got to do a scene with Jeffrey Dean Morgan, which would be awesome, what would Henry want to say to his son, his grown-up son, John?
Wow. Well, what you just explained as far as like what I know about the history of John, that's pretty much all I know. And it would be amazing to do a scene with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I still have trouble wrapping my head around being his father. I think I would be a little intimidated by him, probably. But I guess I would just want to, tell him how sorry I am you know, that I wasn't able to make it back, and let him know that I'm going to do everything I can to make it up to him. And yeah, it would be amazing to work with him. I mean, I wish I had something better words-wise than that, but
okay.
There's definitely something there that I think would be amazing to explore.
I think it would be an amazing scene.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, if Jeffrey doesn't want to come back and do it, you know, Matt, we could probably do something with Matt too. He's not too bad himself. But the only thing is, he can't take his shirt off.
You mean he has to put his shirt on?
He has to put his shirt on for the scene.
It would work with Matt too.
Yes, it would definitely work with Matt, and yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm incredible, thanks. My question's for both of you. I was wondering if there was ever a time that you regretted taking the roles of your characters, or anything that you regretted on set that you've done?
For this show in particular, or for anything?
Anything.
I can't think of a single moment Supernatural that I regret. I mean, as an actor, you know, there's often times when the day is done and you're back alone in your room and you're thinking about, you know, the scenes you shot or whatever, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I should have done that. Or like, you know, after the fact, you come up with this thing and you just have to let it go. So I don't know if that's like a regret or whatever, but sometimes you kind of like, you think about it and you wish you had maybe done something a little differently. But you know, you do the best you can in the moment on the set and just try to be in the moment, and that usually works. I don't know, like I'm trying to think of other shows maybe.
I mean, this could be applied through like everyday life and in general. There are so many projects that could be a terrible idea that you end up doing that, you know, that ends up being terrible because you expect it to be. And usually you would think, okay, I totally regret doing this, I shouldn't have done it, I knew it. But more often than not, there's at least one person or one experience from that set, or just being able to see how poorly something can be done that really sticks to you. And this is in a good way, you know, like we live life, we make mistakes, and that's part of it, right? So I can't say I ever want to live in regret with anything, even like the worst projects I've done with toxic people who keep yelling at me. It's like, that's part of the experience. I know what to avoid, you know, I just take it as important lessons. Like, I have such trouble watching myself because all I see are the mistakes, and it's, you know, you could be in a position it's like, well, Osric, if you would to not do that at all so you wouldn't have those mistakes out there, would you? Like, no, of course I would just have it out there. I would do it better next time. So I don't think I live with any regrets at all. I just try to move on a little, you know, and fail a little bit better every time.
I'm still at a point in my career, and I hope I never lose this. Like I'm still like so grateful to be, you know, asked to come on to any set really and work. It's just like a dream come true. So I've had like there's one bad experience that comes to mind. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I've had like a well-known director who's going to remain unnamed because I don't want him to, you know, do anything. But I've had a director slap me in the face before, like unexpectedly and unwarranted, you know. It was being shown. No, he did it, but it was deserved. And I kind of liked it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
My question is for both of you.